You've held me down, but I got up. Get ready, cause I've had enough. I've seen it all, I've seen it now. I've got the eye of the tiger, a fighter, dancing through the fire. Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. You know, this is probably my first video since my entire life has been taken over by Katy Perry and her fans on my Twitter. I can't even keep up with normal mentions because I'm just being flooded with Katy Perry-ness. It's crazy. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and admit it, man. Yo, I love me some Katy Perry, man. She's one of my favorite celebrity white girls. Alright? Next to like Jennifer Lawrence, and of course my number one, which is Allison Hannigan. Yep, this bae right here, bro. And yeah, that's signed. Some tight like that, man. So for all you Katy Perry fans, if you're watching this video, hey, I tried to warn you that I'm not who you thought I was. But hey, man, stick around, man. Enjoy the ride. Let's talk about some records, alright? First record I'm going to show you, this is Iggy Pop's Soldier. This is a 1980 album, I believe this came out. It's one of my favorite releases by him. It came out right after New Values, which I also have. More punk than New Values. It's more raw. It's also super, super, super weird. Like the song Dog Food. Like, what the hell? And I'm a Conservative, Mr. Dynamite. Great songs, but they're really, really bizarre songs. Like a laughing hyena without any breath, I shot my rocks off till there's nothing left. Hey, that's my weekend motto. You know what I'm saying? How cool does he look on the cover? Totally drugged out, but in like a rad way. Yeah, every rock and roll star should look like that. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Prurient, Bermuda Drain. This is another project from Dominick Fernow, who, God, it was in Cold Cave, Ashpool, Vegas Martyrs, million other bands. But some of their stuff is really harsh power electronics, but this one is like a bit pulled back. It almost reminds me of some of the old like Wumpscut type stuff, but it's a bit more beat driven. I think this record's awesome. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Rachel's Handwriting. Dark, creepy instrumental music, fantastically well made. It's almost chamber music. Strings, piano, light drums. You know, for when you have, you know what I'm saying, a sophisticated home wrecker over the crib. You know, get some wine and some cheese. You know what I'm saying? You know, pinky up. You know how we do, pinky up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is another Rachel's record. This is The Sea and the Bells. More of the same, still really dark orchestrated music, piano, strings, drums. I feel like if you like Godspeed, you know, you'll really like this record. It's just really beautiful. Like, this is the kind of music that that can speak to you without having any lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Without actually having a vocalist. You can feel what these guys, you know, want you to feel. It's really emotionally heavy. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Revenge, Infiltration.Downfall.Death. I love this album. I'm not really sure why it's labeled black metal, though. It just sounds like a grind record to me. Like, it reminds me of old school grind. Like back when I thought, like, Monster X was the greatest band on earth. I would have been infatuated by this. But, you know, if you like stuff like Spaz or Brutal Truth or even like old Napalm Death or any of that kind of stuff, I feel like you would love this. Like, this is an awesome record. Really weird packaging here. Super thick cardboard sleeve. Nice white vinyl. Watt power. Super fast, super grindy. High, low vocal duels. Yeah, man, I think it's just a fantastic grind album. If you want to call it black metal, you can. That's fine, but I don't really get that. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Lee Ranaldo, Jim O'Rourke, and Christoph Heeman, Bloomington, Indiana, and Autumn. This is a weird record I found at my favorite local record store, Criminal Records. It's just bizarre as shit, man. It's like weird spoken word over this minimal, cold, ambient electronic sounds. If you know Christoph Heeman, you'll know kind of what to expect. But it's really, really, really weird. But it's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd recommend this to everybody, but if you like ambient sounds, if you like spoken word, I don't know, pick it up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Rodriguez Cold Fact. I came across this on a recommendation relatively recently, actually. But this guy reminds me a lot of Jim Croce. He's one of my favorite songwriters of all time. So automatically, I love this album. I still haven't seen the documentary that was made for this, but I'm going to one of these days. But for those who haven't heard this, it's great old-time folk rock, like I said, like Jim Croce or Bob Dylan. Great melody, great lyrics, just an awesome, awesome album. Next record I'm going to show you, this is The Roots, Phrenology. Let me tell you something right now. The song Rock You is one of my favorite Roots songs. Black Thought goes apeshit on this track. But overall, I just really love the way they put this album together. Like real live instrumentation. Like you're really hearing solid drums, guitars, keys. Some great collabs on here. Nelly Furtado, Music Soul Child. I forget who else. Cody Chestnut. And the god Black Thought is just, man, his vocal performance on this record is just insane. This is absolutely one of my favorite Roots albums. Next record I'm going to show you, this is, man, y'all know what this is. Run the Jewels. This is their debut album. I don't think I need to say that much about this, because if you haven't heard this, where in the hell have you guys been? This is one of the best albums to come out in the past 5 years as far as hip-hop goes. One of the best rap duos around right now, Killer Myke and LP. One of my favorite albums of 2013. And yes, for those of you that are contemplating and scratching your head, like, oh, I thought you didn't buy hip-hop on vinyl. No, I don't typically buy hip-hop on vinyl, but when I went to see those guys live, I just had to get this. Let me show you why. It's totally limited edition. Comes in this rad gatefold. Alright. Has this nice poster inside that I'll never hang up. But the vinyl, dude, look at this. It's this awesome, like, puke green colored vinyl. It's rad. So, and man, come on, dog. Like, if you ain't up on Run the Jewels, please get your mind right. Their next record is going to kill this year, okay? Next record I'm going to show you, this is Schlong's Fish Booty. I got into this band because I'm infatuated with Operation Ivy, and this is the drummer from Operation Ivy. I'm not really sure why not a lot of people know about this band, because they're fucking awesome, man. Hilarious, spastic punk rock. They did a great cover of West Side Story called Punk Side Story. Buy that today if you can find it. But this record's great, man. Dirty, silly, sloppy, jangly, awesome. Had a really unique guitar style. Crazy time signatures, but yeah, this is a great record, man. Fish Booty. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Kevin Shields, False Prophet. I actually just bought this weekend. I thought it was Kevin Shields from My Bloody Valentine, but I got it home and psych! Thought I was. It's a female-fronted noise group, but that's cool too. I've only given it a couple spins, but so far I really like it. So yeah, I don't know much about them. I haven't looked them up that hard yet. I don't know if they have many other records. I only found this one online. So yeah, if you like noise, if you like harsh noise, like this isn't ambient noise. This is pretty harsh stuff. If that's your thing, if that's up your alley, grab this, man. You'll be happy. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Shining, Within Deep Dark Chambers. Shining is one of my favorite black metal bands. Now, this isn't the weird jazzy black metal band. This is absolutely incredible, dark, twisted, depressing black metal. Like, it's labeled DSBM, but depressive, suicidal black metal. But I don't know, a lot of that stuff to me sounds silly. Like, this just sounds like really good, dark black metal. A lot of that DSBM stuff, it just sounds silly with the crazy, horrible vocals and all that. I mean, I guess I get the label because he does sing about suicide quite a bit. But, I don't know, it's just really well played instrumentally, has some great atmosphere. It's not all silly and whiny sounding like a lot of DSBM I hear. This just sounds like rad black metal, which is focused on really depressing sounding chords as opposed to a lot of tremolo picking. But yeah, it's a nice layout here. I don't really know how hard this is to find nowadays. It was on Osmos. You may be able to find it. I really don't know. Next record I'm going to show you. This is another Shining record. This is Livets Andhallplats. More of the same. Really well played black metal. Great chord choices. It sounds really dark, really depressing, really sad. More crazy suicidal lyrics. Of course, if you read them translated, because it's all in Norwegian. This is pretty cool. If you look at the inside, the originators of suicidal black metal, which I assume that they are. But yeah, if you're ever feeling like slitting your wrists and you want to not do it because you know that there's other people out there that feel just like you, put this record on. Hopefully it has the adverse effect and it doesn't actually make you slit your wrists. Next record I'm going to show you. This is Six Organs of Admittance, Luminous Night. This is a project by Ben Chasney of Comets in the Sky. He also played with Current 93 for a while. But this is his really weird psychedelic folk project. Like, some of his albums have a lot of like really soundscapey, droney, almost noise tracks thrown in. But I feel like this one is primarily folk stuff. Fantastic folk stuff. Great playing, great vocals. If you like any of that old school neo-folk type stuff, you know, Fire and Ice, Backworld, Wooden Wand, you know, even maybe some of Devendra Banhart's older stuff when he was still good. Angels of Light, or, you know, if you like the Japanese band Ghost, I feel like you'll really dig this. It's really, really, really good. Really atmospheric, really cool stuff. Nothing super cool about the insert, but it does have this really cool picture that you can't see because of that glare. But yeah, whatever. I tried. Leaves only me to blame, cause mama tried. I was 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, cause mama tried to raise me better, but it be 99. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. Next record I'm going to show you. This is Six Organs of Admittance, Asleep on the Floodplain. More really well done psychedelic, droney folk stuff. His voice to me gets better and better as his albums go along, but this is great folk style guitar work, even some really interesting world instruments thrown in there. I don't know, man, his records just stay awesome. Like, I really like Six Organs of Admittance. Next record I'm going to show you, this is 63 Monroe, Hijack Victim. This is early 80s punk, like power pop. Great stuff if you like that style of music. Nothing super fantastic or anything, but it's pretty enjoyable. I don't listen to it very often, but I picked it up because it was really cheap, and because that dude there looks just like Genesis P-Orridge, and I'm pretty much convinced that it is Genesis P-Orridge, and Genesis P-Orridge just isn't talking about it. So at some point in the future, it's going to come out that really is Genesis P-Orridge. This is like his weird power pop band. And this record is all of a sudden going to be worth, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of dollars because, you know, it cost me like $3 and nobody else wanted it. So there's probably not that many floating around, but I got one of the Genesis P-Orridge side project band. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Slayer Live Undead. Every Hesher knows what this is. This is Live Slayer, and this is one of the earlier copies of it, as you can tell, because it's pretty beat to hell, man. I got this when I was at South by Southwest digging with Ryan from Man Bites Dog, but I found this, and I was like, oh my god, I need to own this, because it's one of the older copies. This was the 1987 pressing of this record that originally came out in 83, I believe, 83, 84, something like that. But it's all the classic material from Show No Mercy. Side note, my band covered Black Magic from this record, and we absolutely killed it. Laughing in sorrow, crying in lust. So good. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Slug Guts, Howlin Gang. Sacred Bones puts out some damn good music, man. This is really cool Australian old school dark and noisy death rock, a la Christian Death or The Birthday Party. Great thing about this is it sounds really, really authentic. Like, you totally guessed this came out in the 80s. You know, it has those raw, trebly ass guitars, those echoey ass drums, the really cool, like, pulled back vocals. It's really, really good stuff. So if you see this around, you should definitely pick it up and try out a lot of Sacred Bone stuff. They have some really good records. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Elliott Smith's self-titled record. This is his second record that he put out. I love this record, but to be honest, I don't listen to this one that much. For whatever reason, I don't really know. But yeah, I love all of Elliott Smith's stuff, and this is no exception. Front cover, back cover with his little emo picture there. Bunch of what looks like handwritten lyrics. Pretty cool. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Elliott Smith's Either Or. This is still my favorite record by Elliott Smith. Like, I love every single song on here. Like, I think he had a bit more passion on these songs, it seems like. But yeah, my favorite song by Elliott Smith, period, is Pictures of Me. So sick and tired of all these pictures of me. Next being Twilight from the album From a Basement on the Hill. I'm already somebody's baby. Break up with a chick and then go listen to that song. Fucking, it'll kill you, man. Poor choice of words, but you know what I mean. The last record I'm going to show you in this edition of the Vinyl Shit, this is Elliott Smith's XO. This is the first album that was released on a major label right after he left Kill Rock Stars. Cool thing is, nothing really changed. It's still a bunch of great songs with his awesome self-deprecating lyrics, sad love songs. I'm never gonna know you now, but I'm gonna love you anyhow. Just poetry, man. But yeah, if you're not familiar with Elliott Smith, I suggest you pick up any of the records I showed today because they're all incredible. Or any Elliott Smith record that you see laying around, because he never put out a single bad album, truthfully. So, get on it. So that's it for this edition of the Vinyl Shit. As usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. And I will see you guys next time. Alright? Shout out Katy Perry. You my girl.